You know, one day I was talking to my friend. He said, hey, man, what you doing tonight? I said, you know what, man? I'm going blacktopping. I'm going blacktopping. He said, what? I'm going blacktopping till the break of day. You know, my friend say, Oscar, what is blacktopping? I say, you know what, man? When men are working on a white concrete highway, after it's buckled up from the heat and the weight of the traffic, you know what they do? They go blacktopping. They start blacktopping. They start blacktopping till the break of day. So my friends say, Oscar, I still don't know what you mean. I say, what do you mean? You don't know what I mean. He say, what do you mean by going blacktop? I say, man, I'm going across the bridge, down by the railroad track, and I don't even know if I'm gonna make it back, because their forbidden love waits for me. I've got to get to her, man. Can't you understand me? I'm going blacktopping. I'm going blacktopping. I'm going blacktopping till the break of day. You know, I hate the fact that I have to sneak around, because you know I ain't supposed to be on that side of town. You know, if my woman catches me, my life will be ruined. So now you know why I wait till nightfall to do what I'm doing. I'm going blacktopping. I'm going blacktopping. I'm going blacktopping till the break of day. I'm going blacktopping. Yeah, I'm going blacktopping. Oh man, I'm going blacktopping till the break of day. Y'all need some blues, y'all.
Good afternoon and welcome to Open Mic right here on 89.9 FM. I am pleased to have on the phone with me Mr. Joe Nosek and Oscar Wilson from the Cashbox Kings. We are here talking about their latest CD entitled Blacktoppin'. Joe and Oscar, thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So we just heard the title track from your latest CD entitled Blacktoppin'. We started the show off with that. You guys want to give us a couple words on that tune, kind of what Blacktoppin' means?
That's all you, Oscar. Oh, wow. That's kind of... Well, anyway, what it actually means is exactly what the song is saying. One night, we were just sitting down talking, and Joe asked me what I was going to do tonight. And I said that I was going out and do a little blacktopping. And he said, wow. He said, what do you mean by that, you know? And that means a little interracial relationship. And I said, I'm going, and he said, that sounds like a song. I said, you know, you're right. And so I worked on it for about a year. So that's what it meant.
That's great. So you guys have been together for a while as a band. Tell me a little bit about the origins and the evolution of the Cashbox Kings.
Joe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we've been around in one form or the other, I guess now like 11 years. And it just basically started when I guess I was in my early mid-20s, and I met some like-minded musicians who really loved Chicago blues, but especially the traditional Chess Records era stuff. And it just seemed like a lot of the blues we were hearing in the clubs around Chicago was starting to trend more towards like the contemporary urban R&B sound, soul sound, and away from, the real heyday of the 40s, 50s Chicago blues music. And we said, hey, let's go back and try to go back to those older days and play this traditional form. And I knew Kenny Smith and Kenny B.D.I. Smith, who his dad was Muddy Waters drummer Willie Big Eye Smith. And Kenny literally grew up around, Muddy and Cotton and Pine Top and Jimmy Rogers. Those guys were all family to him. And he said, hey, man, I'd love to be a part of something like that, because these days when I play older traditional style Chicago blues, it's usually with my dad's friends, and these guys are all in their 70s and 80s. I'd love to play with someone, my age. So that's kind of how the band got started. And then about 5 or 6 years down the road, we ran into Oscar, and we were like, hey, where have you been this whole time? Because he was just a natural fit for the band.
Now, you guys are from the Chicago area, and you kind of do some specialization in the Chicago blues, some of the 40s out of the 40s and 50s. And, I talked to different blues band members, people from all over the states, and I'm kind of always curious as to the different opinions or viewpoints on the different styles of blues. We have the Chicago blues, the Delta blues, the Memphis blues, the Texas, and all these kind of things. What is it that you guys think defines Chicago blues when you compare it to other kinds of blues?
You want to take first? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's Chicago blues. It's environment, because my environment that I grew up in on the south side of Chicago was a real poor environment. It was just a really poor part. They call it Little Mississippi. And, and I grew up listening to all kind of blues, from Lightning Hopkins to Muddy Waters to John Lee Hooker to Arthur Big Boy Cut Up. You know what I'm saying? So until I got older, I didn't know there was a real difference in Delta blues or Chicago blues or no other blues. It just all was a feeling that you get when you listen to a song or something. And to me, if a song can make me laugh and make me cry, often, the same song can do those two things to me and, give me feeling from it. And, and so I just call it all blues. But when I came up, and everybody was saying, well, this is Delta blues, this is Chicago blues, this is Texas blues. So to me, I just lump it all in blues and play what you like.
Fabulous.
I think for me, the other little piece is, for us at least as a band with the traditional Chicago blues, it's really an ensemble style of music where everyone's got their little part. We try not to step on each other's toes. Everyone's got their own little piece of the puzzle, and you got to listen to each other, and you kind of got to have the instincts to know when to do what at the right time. And so it's not about playing loud or playing fast or playing a lot of notes. It's just playing the right note at the right time and complementing each other. And that's really what we try to do with this band too. Even when we branch out and do, Memphis blues or, rockabilly or jump blues, we still try to take that attitude where kind of more is less, and it's more about, the ensemble approach than trying to outplay each other.
Sure. Well, let's go ahead and listen to another track. The name of this one we're going to listen to next is entitled Money, Marbles, and Chalk. A few words on this tune, guys?
Classic.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I first heard that it's a Jimmy Rogers tune, and when I first heard that tune, the tune just reminded me a lot of myself. Is when I go home and shave and bathe and put on my fine Vines and my big hat and my shoes and my alligator shoes, and when I hit the town, and I think I'm the sweetest man around, and it seems like it was wrote for me.
Fantastic. Well, this is the Cashbox Kings coming off their latest CD entitled Black Toppin'. The name of this track is Money, Marbles, and Chalk, right here on Open Mic on 89.9 FM, KGPR, Great Falls.
In the evening, after the sun goes down. In the evening, after the sun goes down. Women's all tell me I'm the sweetest man in town. Now you know I got a little woman. She got money, marbles, and chalk. She bought me a fine Cadillac thing. That's why I don't have to walk in the evening. After the sun goes down. The women's all tell me I'm the sweetest man in town. Now you know I got a little woman. She's just as sweet as she can be. That's why I want the world to know that she's all right with me. In the evening, after the sun goes down. Women's all tell me I'm the sweetest man in town.
And we're back. I'm speaking with Joe Nosek and Mr. Oscar Wilson from the Cashbox Kings. Gentlemen, the blues itself has a very rich and deep tradition of music here in America. I mean, it is definitely an American music, and there's all sorts of different kinds of blues like you guys were talking about. What is your biggest challenge in, listening to this latest CD? You guys bring home such a fabulous representation of the original blues. You know, you have such a direct line into the classic blues. What do you guys find challenging about bringing your own sound to it, your individualized, colors to this beautiful music of the blues?
Well, I think the main thing for us is we're not trying to just recreate note for note the original stuff and just be kind of like a museum piece, but we're trying to, be reverent toward these originators that we emulate, but then try to kind of bring in our own energy and our own style to it as well. And everyone in the band has different musical tastes that go outside of blues, and a lot of musicians in the band play rockabilly or jazz or Dixieland or all kinds of different styles. So I think we kind of have our own little flavors that we bring into it. So I think that's what I think the biggest challenge is just try to keep it fresh and not just simply try to be a cookie cutter retro band.
Sure.
My take on that is that even if we're doing a tune somebody else done, is to be me in the tone, in the tune itself. Although it's going like that, but to put myself in the position as I actually wrote it. And, and I go to sleep and I think and I dream about it, how would I deliver this, to where to be me and not somebody say, oh, well, that's a little Jimmy Rogers there. I want them to say, well, that's Oscar Wilson doing the Jimmy Rogers tune.
Now, you guys have traveled all over the States, and you've also, as well, done some European tours. Just a quick question. Do you guys think that there's any difference when you go to, like, say, Europe, out of the country? And, we were talking blues is definitely an American-based music. It came out of America. Do you think that the blues are interpreted or played differently in other parts of the world?
So...
I think everyone gives their own little stamp on it. When we go to other countries, especially in Europe, to play, there are a lot of blues musicians there, we played in South America and played with other blues musicians there that we met, and it all comes down to the Mississippi Delta and the Chicago, Memphis, those cities in the 40s and 50s when the blues migrated up. And, wherever you go, I think there's just this real love. The thing that's the same, there may be little different flavors depending where you go, but what's universal is the love that people have for it. And the people that really, when the blues hits them, I think it's something that crosses, cultures and generations, because there's something kind of timeless and fundamental about it. And, it's great, though, to go to places. I think one of the biggest differences about playing, like Europe, is that they just don't get it. In Chicago, you can go out 7 nights a week, go to 20 different clubs and see a blues band play. But over there, they don't get it that often. And so when Americans come over, especially Americans like, Oscar or Kenny, who have a direct, link to it through their families or their upbringing, it's something special for them, and it's amazing the response that you get. But anywhere we go, it's always great, and the audiences are great. And it's the blues is the blues, no matter where you go.
Well, let's go ahead and listen to another track. We're speaking with Joe Nosek and Oscar Wilson from the Cashbox King. We're playing some tunes off their latest CD entitled Blacktoppin'. And this next track we're going to hear is entitled Blues Falling Down on Me. Thanks for joining me here on Open Mic on KGPR at Great Falls.
Rather wish I were dead. love just like a melody. 3 o'clock in the morning, coming without a warning. That's when the blues start falling down on me. Stop falling down on me. They're falling down on me. They're falling down on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sometimes late at night, I gotta turn on the light. Just make sure that's not your body lying next to me. Someday, little girl, I'm gonna make it out of this new world. And I hope I never see your face again. 3 o'clock in the morning, coming without a warning. That's when the blues are falling down on me. Stop falling down on me. Stop falling down on me. They're falling down on me. Yeah, 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 yeah.
And we're back. Hey guys, I wanted to ask you a little bit about the difference you find between doing recorded CDs in the studio and playing live production, live shows. I mean, you guys got to have a blast. I've listened to some of your live stuff, and it just sounds like you're having so much fun up there. Is it pretty much orchestrated when you get up on stage? Do you guys have a set plan for it, or you just kind of let it flow freely?
Go ahead, Oscar.
No, well, actually, Joe's the leader of the band, and at times he'll have a set list. But with me, the blues is how you feeling, and he may say, okay, well, we're gonna do this song, and I'm not feeling it at the time. So we have a chance to move with what we're feeling up there. And how the crowd is reacting. So while we're on the stage, I may say, well, okay. He said, well, let's do a slow this here, and I'll just turn it into something else because that's what I'm feeling. And that's the whole thing about blues. It's such a feeling, and it's a feeling that I have the person doing it have, and when we just got this ability to come together and we all, okay, yeah, well, that's good then. I'm feeling that, and we just do it.
You guys,
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you guys cover some fabulous classic blues songs as well as a lot of your own fabulous original tunes. I just wanted to ask you a little bit about the process of the creative process for your band. Do you guys typically come up with some lyrics, add the music later, or is it vice versa?
Kind of depends on the song. A lot of stuff that we do, I'll have an idea, or Oscar will have an idea, and we'll kind of trade off, and then we'll sit down most of the time we just kind of come up with things on our own, and then, but you know, even when we go into the studio, we kind of take a live approach to it, live and on the fly, because we don't, you know, part of this music it's not overproduced. When in the old days you just got in the studio, you took 2 or 3 takes and that was it. And if there was a little mistake somewhere, that was part of the charm. And that's kind of what we do with our albums too. We basically go in there, take 1, 2, 3 takes, and move on to the next one. And we find that's the best approach. We just go for a live approach. The albums are about 90%, you know, live, 95% live in the studio. There's occasional overdub, but it's pretty much what you hear is what we play that day. And you know, as far as the songwriting, a lot of the songs on the last couple of albums we literally have written that day, you know, spontaneously. And Oscar's the master doing that. He and our guitar player Joe Patterson. The next thing you know, like, all right, we got another one. I'm like, well, I didn't know you had another. Well, we just wrote it. Let's roll the tape. So that's kind of how we approach it.
Yeah, some of the best songs that kind of come out. Sometimes they often seem like they just come out of nowhere, but, you know, often in reality, they've been kind of brewing inside yourselves for, you know, months, maybe even years. And it just takes some little event, some little incident to kind of formulate it all together. And then boom, you know, it comes out in this fabulous take of a tune. That's one of the fabulous things I love about blues and really all music, I guess.
Oh, yeah. TC.
Yo.
I have to tell you this. Well, the last song that I did coming out the studio was Oscar's Jump. And the reason that was done, I'm like, man, I'm doing all this. I don't have a jump tune. Okay, well, Joe says, well, okay, you got 5 minutes to do it.
Nope.
You got 5 minutes to write it.
No pressure.
And I went in the other room, 5 minutes. I came back in, and we done it. There
it is, man. Off the fly, the original creation, you know. That's beautiful. That's cool. Well, unfortunately, gentlemen, we're almost out of time. I just wanted to ask you a quick question. We're going to have a lot of listeners asking about how they can find more of your music, maybe some contact information, some tour dates and things of that nature. Anywhere you can point them?
The best place to go is cashboxkings.com, cashboxkings.com. Our website, we got video, audio, our schedule on there, as well as links to, you know, purchase the CDs and listen to them. Unfortunately, I don't think we're coming up to Montana anytime soon, but we'll be all around the Midwest this summer promoting the new CD. And then, you know, next summer we'll be hitting Europe and hopefully some other places around the U.S. as well. We might be making it to Colorado and even up into Canada. So who knows, maybe we'll find a way to swing through Montana too.
That would be great.
CashboxKings.com.
Fabulous. Well, once again, I've been speaking with Joe Nosek and Mr. Oscar Wilson from the Cashbox Kings. Gentlemen, it's been a privilege having you on the phone today. Thanks for taking your time. And we're going to go out with one last tune. This is entitled Trying Really Hard, and I just want to tell people to get a hold of this CD, man. It's a fabulous CD out there. And now that I know about Oscar's Jump, this 5-minute tune here that was created in 5 minutes, I'm going to go back and listen to it and check out this 5-minute creation process here. That's great. So once again, my name is T.C. Hirsch. Thanks for joining me today on Open Mic. And Joe and Oscar, thank you guys so much. Good luck on the road. Have fun and keep making this fabulous music, you guys. Take care.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, T.C. Okay.
All right. This is Trying Real Hard from the Cashbox Kings right here on Open Mic on 89.9 FM, KGPR, Great Falls. Thanks for joining me today.
A single wayward glance, but I know you've been known to run around with other men. I'm trying really hard now. Yes, I'm trying really hard now. Well, I'm trying really hard just to try to get know how much longer I can put up with your stuff. I'm trying really hard now. Yes, I'm trying really hard now. Well, I'm trying really hard just to try to get along with you. Desert's burning sand, but all you'd ever give me is the backside of your hand. I'm trying really hard now. Well, I'm trying really hard now. Yeah, I'm trying really hard just to try to get along with you. You've been all up in my business for the best part of a year. You like a hunter with a shotgun pointed at my whitetail reel. I'm trying really hard now. Yes, I'm trying really hard now.